See, is the app is set up like social media, Facebook, something like that. Here's a good example of a post. This is a new time slip post. You get to put a comment up there. You have the vehicle, configuration, everything about it. If you look in your garage, you can set up each individual vehicle. I have my 2020 GT500 set up with two different configurations with the Whipple and with the twin turbo. If you have used time slips, it will show you just that configuration and the time slips that are in there. What I'm going to do right now is I went back and I found 36 just from the stock blower configuration. So what we'll do right now is we'll just go ahead and enter those slips. So this will work with a camera, or you can just pull it right off your phone, or if you're on a computer, you can pull it from then. So you hit scan slip. You can read through these directions later, but I'm just giving you some ideas on how to use it. It takes about 2 minutes. I'm going to do choose from library. And then I have them all in, let's see where they would be. Here they are. System. Yep. So I'm just going to go down them one by one. I don't even know what they are, and it doesn't matter because I'll do that later. Like I said, it takes about 2 minutes, but the nice thing is you don't have to wait. There's that one. Boom. Choose from library. Photos. That's the second one. Third one. Fourth one. Now, if you really wanted to, you can wait on it and then just enter the one slip, put all the information about the slip. But I think this is probably how a lot of people are going to use it. You're just going to put a bunch of slips in at once. And then after you're done, these slips are not officially in the system. Nobody can see them. They won't show up in most places until you go in and finish it. You have to assign what vehicle it is and what track, the date and time, and all those sorts of things. But this gets it into the system and gets all the tedious typing taken care of. And then from there, you can take your time. The other real important thing I'm going to point out is that this is going to have a complimentary desktop app that you can use on your computer, which makes managing all this data and typing in a lot of stuff a little easier, at least for me. Not everybody will do that. A lot of people will use their phone. My personal scenario, I see a common situation of at the track, I will snap a picture of, I lost track of where I was. It doesn't really matter because you can do the same one twice and then just delete it later. So there's another good feature. But a common scenario, like I said, will be you're at the track, this is what I already do. Every time I make a pass, I take a picture of my slip, or I try to, because I am not very good at keeping track of my slips after the fact. So I like to take a picture so I don't lose it. And here's a good example because that's where all these pictures came from. I have a stack of slips somewhere, but I don't know what they are or what they, when they were, the date or the details. That's why I want this app. Man, I totally lost track of where I was. I think I'm here. So I basically would take a picture of the slip every run, and then that's it. Put the phone away. Then either when I have a long break at the track or when I get home, I will go and actually show you how to process the slip after the fact. I was going to upload all these, and obviously this is super fast, but it's still going to take a while to do 36, so I'm just going to wait for that. So now, what I'll do is I will go ahead and show you how to get, if you wait right here, it takes about 2 minutes. It says 21 seconds, but it just every 30 seconds it checks the server. So let's say you didn't want to do anything right now. Well, what you do is you go over to your time slips later on, and then right here where it says unfinished scan slips, that wasn't there before, it is now because you have OCR returns to finish. So now what you would do is you can either delete it. It looks like there was a couple issues here on a couple slips. I believe I know what that is. This uses advanced AI, and I mostly just trained it so far for a typical slip. I would assume that those two slips are the dot matrix style printer, and I can fix that. I just have to train the AI model for those. This also works on screen grabs of let's go ahead and see. Oh, you can't see the slip until you assign the vehicle. So let's assign the vehicle real quick. Actually, this is wrong because this is on stock blower. But okay. So you see this style slip? It did not pick this up. I'll be able to fix that, no problem. So let's go ahead and look at a real slip. Again, like I said, I don't have the right configuration in here. I will add it to where you can add the configuration here. This is how we learn what we need to do in the app. So at this point, you can see it picked up pretty much everything perfectly except for the 60 foot. So if you want to, you can just type that in. And this is going to get better and better over time. Let me go ahead real quick and show you how you would really do this and actually get it in the system. So I need to go to my garage. I have the Whipple and twin turbo configuration. Then I can hit add configuration. There we go. Sorry about that. We're going to call this, this is when it was a CX 1300, or excuse me, 1100. This is stock ported blower. This is why I don't want to type in a million slips, because I have trouble typing in just a little bit of stuff. Or the big fingers. All right, so boost on this setup, I don't remember. This is going to change, right? So each vehicle configuration, that way you can have different setups. Boost should not be part of the vehicle configuration because that changes too much. We're going to make that a run parameter and not a vehicle configuration. I believe I have a screenshot. The car was about 4325 at this point. Let's see. Power adder type is positive displacement blower. It is a factory blower. And for right now, I'll just pick null. I'll fix that. Needs to have a 2650 in there. And on most of these, I was on pump E85. Again, fuel probably will not be part of it. That may be part of the run configuration. Okay, but anyway, now I have it. So I can go back to my time slips page and start filling out the slips. So let's see. Let me see where that is. One sec. Okay, so I made some notes on what this stuff is. So complete slip. This is Overkill. This is CX13 1100. And this one, I believe, was at Bradenton. So 935 at 150. What do my notes say on that? Now, just imagine trying to do this with a stack of slips that you have no reference on. I went through and went through my Google Photos. Here we go, 935. Okay, so this one was January 5th, 2021 at 6:56 p.m. This was at Palm Beach International Raceway. So this looks like it got just about everything right on this one. Yep, perfect. So you have the option to share it publicly. That means if somebody goes to your profile, they'll see it. Now, the timeline you saw when we logged in, that is shared to timeline. Actually, that does not work right now, but I'm going to fix that. The reason being is if you upload 100 slips, we don't want to see them all on the timeline. I may find a way to filter that. Anyway, so this was January 5th. Need to get a better date selector. Make it a little easier. January 5th at, where is it? 7:56. 7:50. I don't think that matters that much, obviously. PM. And you should be able to go and change this all the time. Okay, now hit submit time slip. Here's another cool thing. I wasn't going to show you this, but I will. When you get a new best with a vehicle, it's going to create a new awesome picture for you. I'll show you that in just a minute. That takes a few minutes as well, but it's worth the wait. Now, if we go back into My Garage, if you look, Overkill, and then here's the configurations, CX1100R. There's the time slip we just added. So we can close those so we don't see those. And there it is, 9:35 at 150.56. It happened 2 years ago. If you click on the time slip itself, you can look at it in this format. In the upper right is if you can turn on and off sharing the slip. The top left over here tells you the date. Obviously, the date is wrong at the top. I need to fix that. That looks like that's showing the current date and not the date from the time slip. There's going to be a million things like this we have to work through. You can edit the time slip from here. So you can change all your information, add or take away stuff that you might have to. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and we'll do one more time slip. And then I'll show you that picture that this thing generated. Okay, Overkill. Might have to change the order of this. I wanted you to have to pick all this before you submitted it, but the issue is we probably still need to see the slip because I don't know where this was until I see the slip. I don't, let's see. 9:25. Got some notes here I'm looking at. 9:25. Okay, so that was Palm Beach, and let's see. January 5th. I didn't see it at first. This is Palm Beach because they had an issue with 1,000-foot clocks, as you can see, but every number looks perfect on this one too. This was January 5th also at 9:26 p.m. Oh, at least it keeps up the last date. That's great. Did not know it did that. All right, I'm not going to add a comment to this one. And then there you go. Right now, it's set up to do the custom picture on every time slip. I'm not testing for a real personal best, but it will test for a real personal best. That's probably the pictures and the time slip thing. I'll probably allow people to play with it a little bit, but that's going to have to be a paid deal. Okay, now here, this is your profile, your personal profile. This will list all your vehicles, time slips, and unfinished time slips, which you can also get to. Hold on. These are all the unfinished time slips, which you can get to from the time slip page or your profile. It's not working to collapse it right now. But here's a picture that I was going to tell you about. Unfortunately, this viewer's a little janky, actually. Looks like it's messed up. No, there it is. So I have to fix this, of course, but you get the basic idea. This thing is awesome. It puts the date on the time slip. It recreates the time slip. It puts your name, where you're from. It puts the car, what track it was. Over here in this blank spot between the date and the track location, you'll be able to select what event it was at. So let me show you a couple more things in the app real quick. Events. If you go to event, this is not developed yet. I've been concentrating on the time slip deal. But this is going to show you every event. So SCT Bradenton just happened. NMRA Orlando is coming up. We can view that. It gives you the information about the event. Users can add an event right here. Oh wait, that's not, that says view event. Add event is right there. You can add the event. Now, when you add the event, it doesn't show up until an admin approves it, of course. I'd like to make this automatic, allow tracks to submit this stuff. And it's not a feature yet, but once you add the time slip, you can go in and select what event it was at. Then, when you go into view event, down in this area at the bottom, we'll have all the time slips of users of this app that shared it publicly at that event. So you can go and say, hey, in 2021, what were the fastest cars at Texas? Now, of course, it has to be people that log their slips, but, you know, I think people will like this. So what else is in there? Events. Oh, it also has a list of every single track. So you can go in here. Again, this isn't super developed yet. I'm going to make it a lot better, but if you just type in that, Bradenton gives you the address and information, and then you click here, same thing. It will tell you any events that are attached to it. I don't know why it's not showing SCT. It may be because it's already over. And then when you sign up, you list what track is your home track. So the point is, you can go to a track and see who, you know, who the regulars are, and maybe that's an easy way to connect with people that have similar cars or something like that. And then it will also have a time slip section that will be very well developed, where you'll be able to sort. Oh, let me show you one other thing. Leaderboard, this is cool too. So this is all the time slips that have been submitted. Well, this is every car, right? I don't want to see this, because you know why? Because Lee Dennis is at the top. That's not a cool list. It's a Corvette. So let's just filter him out. So you click filters, make. So this is only going to show you what makes are actually in the database. This is going to get bigger as people use it. So I only want to see Ford. So at this point, I can hit view results and it will show me just Fords. At the top, it tells you the filter, and this is just Fords. If I want to go back to filters, Ford, Mustang. Now we have TJ Whalen's in there with a Mach 1, so we'll hit that. So this is the world's fastest Mach 1 on ET lists. Anyway, this video went way longer than I thought. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you check my profile, you can sign up as a alpha tester, where we have 100 spots available. We don't have that many testers yet. Whoever signs up as an initial 100 tester will get this app for free for life.